really stay in the hotel room?
More or less 3 months. Last time I went to IND, there were 9 different types of visas that I had changed in 9 years. They were like, what is wrong with you, man?
But a lot of people are afraid to start their businesses after employment.
I like to do things a certain way. May not like to hear this, and a lot of people may not like to hear this. No human being should subject themselves through this level of misery.
What about your list of mistakes?
An entire bookshelf, student visa, orientation visa, high school migrant visa.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Unit CD Podcast.
Hi everybody again, and welcome to Unit City Podcast. Pleased to have you here. Could you please introduce yourself?
Sure, yes. Well, my name is Ali. I go with Ali, it's easier. Originally from Pakistan, came to the Netherlands in 2015 as a student, and I've been here now for 10 years. Graduated from Erasmus, I studied business. Started my business in 2020. Funny enough, although I have my background as an international business, but the company that I started is in deep tech, and that's what we have been now doing for the past 5 years.
Okay, that sounds like quite a journey. So you're a little bit different to our previous guests because you did come here on the student visa first. So, but we like to start with a more of a chill question.
Sure.
Kind of get to know you and see where you're heading. So let's just slowly go. So the question is, did you really stay in the hotel room and get to work on your own business?
I did. This year actually, we had a hard deadline to deliver a very massive.
How long was the process? How long did you stay there?
More or less 3 months.
Okay.
I locked myself in another city in the Netherlands, and all I did 24/7 was just work.
No walking out, no coffee runs.
There was no interaction with the rest of the world for roughly about 90 days, and I may have to do the same. This week. Again, so
sounds like we caught you at the very right moment.
Yes. Otherwise, I would have gone into incognito mode for sure.
Right. What is the deadline? If we can ask, what is so specific that you have to stay locked in for 3 months?
It's all that I do is self-imposed. Of course, it's not that it's required by no means.
Good to know for our viewers.
The deadline. Well, basically, we have our own product, Legasis, which is an AI-powered platform for legal professionals, for law firms, and the law firms that we are already working with. There are AAA law firms, so there are top 10 in the Netherlands. Enterprises in general, but specifically top law firms do not care when they choose a supplier whether you are a startup or not, right? They don't care about it. What they expect is nothing short of perfection. It's just the same as any big enterprise. And that's what we promise them, so that's what we have to deliver. Whereas, nothing short of perfection requires an abundance of resources, which a startup does not have. So not just myself, my entire team, which is a small team, we all have to do the job of 3 to 4 people to make sure that the end product or the end result is not only on par with what is expected, but exceeds their expectations.
So you lock everybody in as well with you?
They are locked in. We have a back office too.
Right.
We have an office in Lahore in Pakistan as well. Everybody worked. There was the first week, every single member of our team, 12 people, worked for 3 days straight with no sleep.
I think that's the first thing we can learn.
Don't learn this. don't try this at home.
Kids, don't do that.
Don't try this
But
at
the first
home.
thing we can learn from this conversation, first 5 minutes, is that you have to work really hard if you
You
get
have to work
your
your
startup
ass off.
to get going. Right.
You have to work your ass off, man. There's there are so many people trying to do the same. And if you do the same as the rest, that you do 9 to 5 or maybe 9 to 7, go have a beer with your other peers.
Not going to work.
No, I'm afraid no, doesn't work.
And coming a little bit back to now, actually a bit more of an easy question. So you did mention the student visas.
Yes.
But how was the transition for you to a startup visa? When did you realize, okay, it's time for me to go in, full in on my business? And I can imagine it's hard coming from, just a student background.
Yeah, funny enough, last time I went to IND, they went through my history, and there were 9 different types of visas that I had changed in 9 years, and they were like, "What is wrong with you, man?
Oh my God.
Like 4 years ago, you could have already applied for the passport. What are you doing?" So it was not my transition was not from a student visa to a startup visa.
Yeah.
My transition was from student visa to orientation visa to a high skilled migrant visa, because I had a job for 2 years before I started. From a very young age, I knew there were many screws loose in my head. And I do believe people who become entrepreneurs have some screws loose in their heads, because no human being should subject themselves through this level of misery and pain. So it was from a very young age I knew, but when I truly made the decision was during my last job. I had 4 jobs before that on the side, right? And every time I had a job, I felt this is miserable. They're doing things wrong. But then you reach a point, which was my last job, where you do a little bit of self-reflection and think they cannot all be wrong. It's just that it's not for me. I like to do things a certain way. When you're an employee, there's only a certain degree to which you can make your ways kind of not impose it, but communicate your ways of doing things, and then you cross lines, and then you start creating conflicts as a result of that. In my last job, I realized I am the problem, they're not. And it's just the earlier I make the decision to part ways and do something, it's better for everyone. So that was the moment. It was in 2020, and funny enough, it was right at the peak of COVID, which is not a good time to start your own business, especially if you are an immigrant on a high-skilled migrant visa.
Absolutely.
So
that might be tough. How did it go for you?
There's no option, right? I was going to be fired.
Right.
I was going to resign, because if you're an employee, you cannot have you cannot be very strongly opinionated. The way my brain works is it's not that what I am saying is correct or what you're saying is not. It's never been about that. It's about proposition. What I am saying, would that add value to the business? And if I can reason it, and what you're saying in return to me as an employer, as a boss, is not adding up in my head, then I will keep repeating it. Because for me, it's not personal, it's not ego, it's about idea or a proposition, right? If I can reason it, and my reasoning, all the other parties can validate, but you in return say, I am the boss, it goes my way. For me, that. So again, I get it from an employment perspective. It just had to be done. Either I was going to be fully fired, or I could leave and not be fired. So
seemed like a better choice.
So that was it. Yes.
But a lot of people are afraid to start their businesses after employment. A lot of entrepreneurs are thinking, okay, am I going to be safe with money? Am I going to be able to, afford the future? That is one of the main concerns. And did you have the same thoughts?
No.
No. You just went full in.
Yeah, I mean, you may not like to hear this, and a lot of people may not like to hear this, but if you are, if you have ambition to be a successful entrepreneur, you cannot have these thoughts in your head. You cannot have a safe plan. I mean, it doesn't exist. Yes, there are people who say have up to a year worth of savings and all that BS involved with it. I just say, as Mike Tyson said, everybody has a plan until they get punched in the face, and you get punched in the face every single day of starting your own thing. So there is no plan that will ever work. There's also never going to be a mental preparation after which you should embark on this journey. It doesn't exist. So I know it's not something popular to say, but
it's not a pathway that you follow.
Yeah, but it's just the truth. It is painful to do this, and also I don't know who said it, but they said it very rightfully, that if you're looking for motivation online, if you're looking for a mentor or some sort of inspirational TEDx videos to motivate to start business, please don't do it. Please do not do it. For the sake of heaven, don't do it. There's no motivation that will help, because it's just about discipline and perseverance. Motivation dies in 2 days. It's very nice to make this fancy 3-year, 5-year plan. You put your forecast in there. I gotta have this person on my team, and all the matrix with competitive landscape. None of that matters. None of that matters. It's just you have to roll up your sleeves, get out. You're going to fall a million times. The only thing that I can say works is every time you make a mistake, you make a note of it so that you can reflect upon it and avoid making the same mistake. You'll make a million of those. Just don't make the same one over and over again, because that is insanity.
Yeah. Absolutely. And what about your list of mistakes, the notes?
I have, I shit you not, an entire bookshelf that is just my diaries.
All right.
Of my
mistakes.
I write every day.
Okay.
At the end of the day, it's not all are only mistakes. There are also valuable
reflection.
Just also valuable things, constructive things that work well. So you make a note of those too.
Seems like a very helpful idea, especially to structure everything in your head when there's a lot going on. And I can imagine some moments were a little bit more difficult than the others, maybe from a visa perspective.
Sure.
Did you encounter something that really was a struggle for you?
Yeah, just the mere fact that I've had 9 different changes of visas, I think says a lot. Many times. The first one was the first time that I had what you would qualify as a difficulty was after the first job that I had, right? Because up until that point, student visa, orientation visa, high school migrant visa, pretty straightforward, you are bound to almost always get it.
Yeah.
Right. Right thereafter, the starter visa or the transition from things being handled by somebody else versus things being handled now by you, that was the difficult bit for me, because administration work is not my strong suit. I hate it with my heart, all my heart. I hate it. So I had to do it myself, unfortunately. And I have the tendency of leaving things to the last minute when it comes to administrative stuff, which is what I did with my startup visa. So God bless CIC, and there was Ivanka at that time here. She was very helpful, helped me out last minute, and they became the facilitator.
Yeah.
The rest was easy.
Yeah. So you did seek extra help. Was it from facilitator or other organizations?
CIC in that. Actually, it started off with my sort of like a business father, Walter. Walter, basically, he's quite a successful serial entrepreneur in Rotterdam. I did my university internship with him in the last year at Medicus.online, which is in near Maashaven. He guided me through the process. He helped me out with the business plan, who I need to reach out to. God bless that man. He he really helped me out a lot. He spent hours with me, and by the way, he runs 4 successful businesses in parallel. He's a medical professor, he's a doctor. He's also a medical advisor for the government. He's also the ambassador, not the ambassador, but sort of like there's another titles underneath. Yeah, it is the ambassador, not the mayor. So he's also, by the way, the symbolic ambassador of Rotterdam. With enough being on his plate, he took out the time to really help me out. I still reach out to him every now and then for advice, and yes, so he helped me create the sort of structure, and then we reached out to CIC.
Yeah, and did you have also someone on more of a legal side, not just the business side, but someone to help
No, I
you
was
with?
poor. I mean, I was just I just came out of employment. I mean, lawyers are bloody expensive. No, I did not. No.
But if
Not at that time, no.
Not at that time. But if you could at that time hire someone, would you go for the option of people helping you out in the process?
Absolutely.
Yes.
If they, like I said, I hate administrative stuff with all my heart. Absolutely. Yes, I would.
What would you say to people who are just starting out? What would be their best plan in the scenario that they just need to get settled? They want to obtain this visa, they want to go through the whole process, but they just don't know where to start.
Firstly, I would again ask them: is the intention truly to be an entrepreneur in the Netherlands? And then the rest is all means, right? Is that truly the end goal? Or if the entrepreneurship is sort of means to an end. Let's suppose it's the first one, where the end goal is to be an entrepreneur, and then one of the means to get there is obtaining your visa. My advice would be to initially reach out to facilitators, IND recognized facilitators. You go on their website, it's pretty straightforward, quite literally. You will see a bunch of facilitators. I've had good experience with CIC, but there are a bunch of them, if I'm not wrong, right? Like there are 40, 50 of them. Reach out to them. A lot of them are very helpful, actually. They give you free advice, be sure of why you want to be. If you are 100% certain of the purpose of why you're doing something, I really truly believe everything else comes through naturally as well. You figure it out. Funny enough, the last job I had was in 42 Workspace. My job was not in 42 Workspace, but the company that I work for was in 42 Workspace. They were not taking it. Again, must I remind you, this was September, October of 2020, when the whole world was under lockdown. And that was a reasoning for 42. They were literally closing down for that period. So were many other facilitators. I did not want to go out of Rotterdam. I really liked the city. I was settled here. Then I reached out to CIC, and luckily they were happy to help and facilitate. It also helped having endorsement from Walter. Like I said, I mean, it really helps to seek advice from someone senior who has been through a lot, who has had successes and failures. Not just for the advice, but also because their endorsement counts a lot. When you're starting out, you have no credibility. You have literally no recognition. So people will try to kind of ignore you as much as possible. So
because you're a no-name for the start.
You're a nobody.
Yes, but after the first year, so startup visa is not a very long-term visa if we're talking
It's
5-10 years. Right, exactly.
Precisely 1 year.
Exactly. So what happens after that? You have to switch to another visa.
Yes,
How did the process go for you?
Self-employed.
Self-employed visa.
Yes.
Was it a difficulty or was it a smooth process for you as well? With
It
10
was not,
visa
it
going
was
around,
not
no?
a smooth process because again, unfortunately, also for that, you have to fill in the paperwork yourself, and that is not a strong suit. These problems that I'm telling you are very sort of personal because I suck at administrative tasks, so I also left this to the last day. But yes, God bless the people in CIC. Ivan on the last day signed it because the ultimately the facilitator has to give their approval that the startup did show good progress, etc., that they are financially also covered or are going to be covered in the coming 2 years. But you have to do your part during the first year. If you're not doing anything, and if you're not showing enough progress, they're not going to endorse you and recommend you, which is ultimately what is needed from RVO, the Netherlands Enterprise Agency, to then give their green light to IND, and then you get the 2-year self-employed visa.
Did you switch afterwards to any other visa? You're still on self-employed visa?
Oh no, I did. Of course I did. 9, like I said, 9 visa types I've had. So it was self-employed for 2 years. Then it was partnership visa for 2 months. Then it was high-skilled migrant visa again.
Right.
Then it was partnership visa again, I believe, and then I applied for the EU long-term residency, because up until that point it was 9 years or 10 years I've been in this country, and now I am still under the process of obtaining permanent residency in this country.
Quite a journey.
Quite a journey.
Would you have done something different in terms of visas if you would know, let's say, that you can apply for passport after, let's say, 5 years, or other visas to make you more smooth in the process?
Yes, absolutely. Of course. But the question is, if we go back in time, would I have done things in a different manner? I don't think so, because like I said, it's just a personality problem. But yes, if I could reverse the clock, I would have hired a lawyer to do this and not do it myself, or a consultant or somebody outside to do it on time. Do the I mean, also I'm not very good at languages per se, so you also need to go through the invertering thingy for integration. It took I had a tutor for 2 years, and I still did not give the exam because I was lazy to book the dates until last year, end of last year. So
did you pass them now?
Yeah, I did.
That's great. Was it A2 or B1 level?
A2.
Do you think it's necessary for a startup or entrepreneur to actually learn Dutch here to be able to work on the Dutch market, or is it okay with English?
I've been doing it for a decade without it. It always helps to know the language. It always helps to know, because even now, right, I mean, English is spoken almost everywhere.
Yes.
But if you really want to embed in the culture, but also, I mean, give a sense of comfort to your clients, to your suppliers, or your customers, it always helps to speak their language. That's just the way humans work. You can build a stronger bond if you speak their language.
Building up on the whole experience that you've had, what would be like the top 3 recommendations for people who are still thinking, should they go to the Netherlands or should they not?
You have to make sure your startup is innovative enough that it adds value to the Dutch society. So do your own checklist and make sure whatever offering you're thinking of bringing here will add value to the Dutch economy. Secondly, talk to facilitators and do not be like me, start early, do things on time.
Of course, talking to a facilitator, talking
Yeah.
to people who've been through the process.
Yes.
If you ask them questions, if you consult with experts, then maybe it could save you a lot of time,
Yes.
a lot of stress,
Yes.
a lot of effort,
Sure.
and it would be definitely a different process than 9 visas in a row.
Sure.
Yes. So for our viewers, if you are looking at Netherlands as your option to immigrate for a startup visa, of course, Unit City can check your innovative idea. Is it good enough? As you
Yes.
said, it's very important as well to present it in the way that it sells, you know, for the Dutch economy.
Yeah.
Yes, and if you are looking at the Netherlands as just the country that you want to move into, not necessarily on a startup visa, we also have other visa options, any other option that you can choose. So the contact link is in the description below. And for now, I want to thank you so much for this great
lovely.
conversation. It was
you.
definitely insightful for our
Yeah.
audience that there could be a lot of effort and a lot of different
Yeah.
questions that you need to solve throughout the process.
Yes, ma'am.
Any final words of wisdom to the viewers?
Create employment, you create opportunities for others, and exactly know your why. Know the purpose, because motivation, you cannot seek motivation outside. It has to come from within you, and it only comes from within you when you fully and truly understand the purpose of why you're doing something. If that is clear in your head, nothing will stop you, and then the rest becomes things that you just have to navigate through. I'm complaining about it, but it's not complaint. I mean, I'm happy with what I'm doing.
That's beautiful. Thank you. Thank you for the conversation.
Thank you, and thank you for enduring this.
Thank you for watching as well, and we see you next time.